All right. Good morning, everyone. We are live streaming. It is Monday, the 23rd of February. A lot of festivities going on. If you're celebrating the year of the horse for Lunar New Year's, it's great. I know that other folks in our group that are, fasting for Ramadan, they've been partying all weekend. I can see the photos. So, um, I think we're supposed to do something later this week with them at the Arabian Village on Thursday night. So we'll see. I know there's a lot of things going on, so I'm going to share my screen. Let's go over some announcements. Right. And for those that are online watching, FOMOing, you got to get on this call. We partners, Zoom.com or we huddle Zoom.com. Hop on here. So. But as you know, our mission and vision has not changed. We are growing, we're creating wealth, community, and legacy. You know, we I was it was grateful to be on a call with Indonesia last week and just connected with people. And guess what? I got to be at Rashada's birthday, celebrating her 50th birthday. Just wanted to congratulate Rashada on her 50th. What was it? 50 Shades of Fabulous. That's what it was. So it was great to attend there. I just want to congratulate Calvin and Colin for being SOM member associates. It's a big step in their designation for the SIRR for the industrial and office designation. Of course, you know that every Monday and Friday we have something going on. Zoom on Monday, Friday in person at coffee. We haven't live streamed the coffee event yet, but maybe that's something we could do. So we'll see. So to tomorrow, Teresa and Dawn have their events. On Tuesdays, they have a lunch and learn. And if you want to attend that, they have a business coffee meetup in Grapevine and then in the Colony on Tuesday for a lunch and learn. So contact Teresa if you're interested in attending and just asking what that network event's about, as they are consistent of meeting every Tuesday for that. All right, this Wednesday, highly recommend you guys attend. Please invite. We have over 100 plus registered attendees already. EXPNTX.com. You can find the links. You can find the future events there. But use the free code growth. We're gonna have our very own Paul Roberts kicking it off. And we have Austin Chevron, another real estate coach, Nick Good, Brian Force, Dennis Tuttle, and Daniel White will be there. And I'll be ending the event with some announcements for future announcements. So please check that out. That will be at Metrotex from 9 to 1 this Wednesday. Of course, we couldn't do a We Partner celebration without having a Lunar New Year luncheon. So please invite. We have, I think we have like 80 people so far registered. We have a couple tables, a couple people sponsored tables as well. If you want to be a table sponsor, let us know. You can invite your guests. It's just fun. It's going to be a fun event. Teresa's handling the entertainment. Uh, we'll um, we'll see what that entertainment looks like, but it'll be festive. So come with your Asian attire if you have anything. If you don't have anything, that's okay. Just come and let's enjoy. All right. Excited for this Faith and Real Estate Wednesday and Thursdays. They meet up at the Cuba Espresso Bar, one in Irving Bible and one at Bent Tree Church. So if you're needing a prayer group or just want to connect, contact Lucia for that. All right. The next one's going to be March 10th, Pacific Table Seafood in South Lake. Every month they gather together to, network, and Lucia's been very consistent every month on this, and it's growing. It's and meeting a lot of new people. Yoshi and I will be attending Life Surge, and I'm excited to see Ed Milet and Nick V and then John Maxwell in this. And it's just something that I just wanted to go to, just meet some of these speakers And then in April, I'll be heading to Hawaii build. So if anybody else wants to come out, I think Erico and I and the other Hawaii team members are going to do an event. So if you have anyone in Hawaii, think about it. If you have any in Hawaii you want me to meet, let me know. We're going to do an event on April 15th, I believe, the day after the build. So let us know. And Caesar Cepeda has one ticket for sale. He has an early bird ticket for sale for March 3rd to the 8th. I believe the sessions are from 3rd to the 5th, 6th, sorry, 3rd to the 6th. And then, but if you want to go to Cabo, last call, let us know. Caesar has one ticket left. And then April 4th, make sure you save the date for Julie Du in our organization is going to be installed as the president of ARIA, the Asian Real Estate Association. So get your tickets. There's only a few tables left. So check that out. Vancouver, April 20th, 22nd. Kevin is heading over there. I think Andy is heading over there. Laura's heading over there. We're gonna get an Airbnb. I think Kevin's at the hotel, but we're gonna get an Airbnb. So check that out. Let us know if you have anyone in Vancouver to grow your business. And of course, every Friday we meet up with James Huang, our commercial leader, and he has some cool announcements that he's always updating us on. So please make sure you head in there. All right, you know where to find us on our WhatsApp group, our Facebook group, and here's our resource site. So please check that out. All right, now to the real stuff. I should do announcements at the very end. Takes me like 8 minutes to go through all that. All right, guys. It's Monday. Been a long week. A lot of stuff going on. I appreciate you hopping on. Yoshi, good to see you. Sam, out on our 2 foot of snow. Our partner with a lot of snow up in Boston. And yeah, so who wants to share wins? Paul, you want to take it off, kick it off, man.
Yeah,
You
thank
got
you,
to bring
brother.
the energy. My slides don't bring energy.
All right, I'll do it, man. Huge win for us last week. We spoke to about 125 first-time home buyers at an event in Fort Worth, Texas. I got to give all the credit to my man, Melvin. Melvin's not on this call every Monday. He's got a full-time job. He's still doing closings. He's still doing open houses. He is a networking fool. He's connected me with a lot of people here in the Flower Mound area. And last week he set up something that was amazing. We didn't even know what we were getting into. It was hilarious. He just said, "Hey, I got this new seminar they asked us to join." I was like, "Cool, let's go." And the day before was like, "Hey, this is the run through, right?" So we didn't even know till the day before what the run through was. Well, here's what happened. On the run through, they said, "I'm not allowed to sell myself. I'm not allowed to sell EXP. I wasn't allowed to do anything other than just talk about the home buying process because these folks that were there were going through a class, a HUD approved class, and they got credit for it to get down payment assistance. So we couldn't sell our individual selves. It was hilarious. I did tell the lady that was running. I said, "You're probably going to kick me off the stage. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off because I tell stories. That's all I do." And I didn't get kicked off. I got my 45 minutes in, and she loved it. She goes, "I understand what you're saying." But we had a blast, man. It was so cool. I'm not kidding you. I walked to the back of the room, and I had at least 10 people pointing at me saying, "I'm going to use you." I was like, "Sweet, let's do it." Afterwards, Melvin and I were slammed getting everybody's numbers down. It was so funny. We're writing all their numbers down, putting them in our phones. And the lady that started it, Keisha, comes over and she goes, "Hey, I'm going to give you all the names and numbers. You don't have to do this." But we had a blast. It was such a cool experience. And I want to say this to everybody. I believe every one of you should be building for your future and participating in RevShare. You're going to get older like me one day, and you're going to get tired, and you're not going to want to do as many transactions. And it's not just about age, it's about time. It's about being with your family. It's about if something happens bad to you, can you take time off, or are you worried about a stupid piece of paper? Are you worried about a dollar bill? You don't want to worry about things like that. And so I'm up there talking, Daniel, to everybody that's there. And really, it was like building too. I'm talking about everyone has a story. And I went around the room. I said, "Why are you buying a home?" And this one lady raised her hand. She goes, "I'm buying a home because I want room for my piano." I was like, "Cool." I said, "Anybody else in here buying a home because they need room for their piano?" And no one raised their hand. I said, "Everyone has a story. Your story's unique. What's your reason?" I just went around, and it's just like building. It's just like building a business. It's so much fun. If you're great at transactions, please reach out to me and let me show you how to build depth and go wide and have fun and build for your future. I'd love to help you. And Daniel, just thank you so much for this opportunity. And again, all the credit to Melvin. The dude's amazing. He works a full-time gig, still doing closings, still creative as heck getting us. We got another gig we're doing here in about 3 weeks, which I'm excited about. It's another new home buying deal. And it's just I'm just blessed to be around great people and I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, by the way, every other Wednesday we're in Daniel's office calling list of names. I'm dialing about 30 people live in front of you. If you don't want to give me a list of names and you just want to watch me, come watch me. Laura gave me 30 names. We are 25 names. We call through those in front of other people. So if you just want to hear what I say, how I do it, just come watch. And then every other Wednesday, we're going to be here at my house doing it, and we'll give you all the details on that. But love you guys. Thank you so much. Go get yours. I'm definitely getting mine.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Yes, you know, we come in getting our license to do transactions, but we have to understand there is a business of growth. And that's the opportunity. So don't just focus on one thing. I mean, you got to do a lot of things here. So it's important. So thank you, Paul, for teaching us that. I highly recommend that you get you get an hour or 2 hours with Paul at least once a month, at least, right? Because I'm learning from Paul, and I realize the depth is important, going wide in depth and all this. And it is not just it. I mean, I know he says rev share, but it's about the growth of your business. Like if you really want to build something, you have to do it now. You got to understand it now. Just like real estate, you got to understand how to make a contract right now. Because if someone was a if I call Jimmy, hey Jimmy, can you give me a contract in 30 minutes for this property? You got to know how to do it now. So same thing with building our organization, building something for your future. You got to know it now. So get going. Peggy, take it away.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Thank you for that. And yes, Paul, I'm gonna get my list of numbers for you. I'm ready. Ah, quick recap for my week. I had an absolute blast at the Lunar New Year Festival. You guys should have come. It was so much fun. It was really cool to also see. It was great energy, just great community, and it just a reminder of how really powerful it is when people come together and celebrate culture and connection. It was amazing. But as always, I want to give a shout out to Daniel and Paul and the team for making this possible for us and being able to come together and grow. I do have a quick recap. I've got an auto repair shop in Carrollton moving forward on the commercial side. And I also have a residential property sitting on over an acre of land in Saxe. And it is perfect for a mechanic, a contractor, or anyone who needs space. It's 1,000 square foot space in the back. And the main house is around 2,000 feet. So over an acre of land, you could walk to the golf course. You can walk to the bridges of Firewheel. It's crazy. Very established neighborhood on a cul-de-sac. It's great. So just I don't want to take up too much time because I want to give other people, a chance. But I'll leave you with this: keep planting seeds. Just keep talking to people in grocery stores. Just keep asking people, why do you want a house? Like Paul said, it's so simple. It starts with that little tiny spark. And I promise you, it will show up for you. Follow up, show up. You never know which connection turn into your next opportunity. So stay consistent, stay grateful, and really just show up. Trust the work you're doing is building something bigger. Have a great week, y'all. Go get it.
Thank you. Thank you, Peggy.
Well,
Jimmy, share your win. Let's go. Fire it up. You're on mute.
My
There you go.
small win, but hopefully it will entertain the rest of you. But so this is my fourth month with DXP and also fourth month in real estate in general. When I signed up, I told Daniel, "Hey Daniel, I don't want to sell houses," and he said, "Okay, well, since you don't know anything, why don't you join Realty first before you figure out how to sell a building?" So I said, okay. And it's definitely been hard. Lots of trial and errors. But the last 2 months, I've been working with this CRE coach and on a indirect sales method, kind of something that he promises no big brokerages, CRE brokerage is doing. And on the weekend now, I'm going to open houses and I'm meeting listing agents and I'm building relationships with them. And then a few days later, I called them and I said, well, since you're so good at selling houses, why don't you keep doing that and work with me on commercial? And so finally, this last week, I got two of them to say yes. So starting to gain some momentum. There's a super tiny win, but at least I think I'm making some progress there. So just also an FYI for anyone, if at your open houses, some guy shows up and says they're a commercial agent, they're probably doing what I'm doing. So that's all.
I think you're the only one doing it.
Okay.
I don't think anyone in commercials is taking their Saturday weekend to go out there. So you're doing something very different, Jimmy. And those agents that you meet, guess what? Get them in front of Paul. Get them in front of me, right? If they're hustling doing open houses, you have an opportunity, especially you're spending the time, right? So make those connections, build those relationships. That's what you're doing. You're building relationship with these agents so you can, of course, be their commercial person to help them source deals and things like that. But at the same time, as you're getting to know them, where they're at, what company they're at, or if they're in EXP, whatever, making those connections. So, all right, TC.
Hey, good morning, we partners. I'm fired up, even though I'm not feeling too well. Big wins. I'm very proud to be part of the amazing team. We had a team meeting, team building event on Friday evening. So thankful for all the partners that drove through the rush hours to meet us at 5:30 p.m. We had a whole room packed. It was like I lost track of counts. 15 people. Just very, very honored and thankful for all the partners coming together. Shows a lot of commitment. Partners putting their kids in daycare or babysitter. My mom babysat 3 additional kids. Wife was out of town. So thankful to being able to grow and thrive with the team. 3 closing last week, actually on Friday. So that was a really big win. Knocked 3 out in a day, right before noon. So that was a big win. Very proud of my clients. Helped this young couple when they're in their 20s. 5 years later, they upgraded. I'm just very, very honored to be part of their journey. One big listing appointment this week, tomorrow, I'm very excited about. I have one closing this Friday. A really big win that I have been dreaming of putting it together is finally hire an in-person executive assistant that's starting in exactly 1 week. I have a goal this week to find a space to lease for the executive assistant to work. So it's going to be in-person assistant. Hopefully I'll find a decent place. So just want to share my wins and my goals. Let's go, team. Have a great week. Let's be productive, be out there to show your work and attract a lot more leads.
Thank you, TC. Yes, congratulations. Was glad to see your organization come together at the office at night. TC was prepared, and as a good leader he is, he's firing the rest of the people up and not firing the people, firing up the people. So it's been good. TC, you're a great leader, and can't wait to continue to see your organization grow as we're just getting started. So
Thanks for your
thank you.
support, Daniel.
No problem. Judy Ratsumi Saldana.
What up? What up? Happy Monday, friends. So last week I was out for a couple of days because I had a medical thing, but because I lost 2 days of work, I crammed it all into 3 days of work because I'm not working Saturday and I'm not working Sunday. But it was a really good, busy week. Last week I had a meeting with a new agent that joined our group named Allie, and she's a car wash specialist. And let me tell you, this woman is so capable. But seeing her and meeting her, and she's, new in real estate, but a GC from trade, it inspired me. And I hope that every time you guys meet somebody, it does inspire you or you inspire them, because that's the point. Why are you meeting people if you're not doing that? But also on Thursday, we had our first Dream Dallas Real Estate Ministry, or our second Dallas State Real Estate Ministry meetup in Fort Worth for a prayer group, and 19 people showed up. It was amazing. So I just know that it's going to, yeah, I'm excited to see how God moves in that. But yeah, very exciting stuff. Also, I may have a piece of land coming up in Decatur for sale, commercial. And then I still have a building for sale in Hearst, 6.2 million, 28,000 square feet. So holler at me if you've got buyers.
Thank you, Judy. All right. Oh, there's Yoshi. Get that hand in there. Gotta get there faster. Hand has to be up faster. Let's go.
Hola, buenos
Hola,
días.
hola.
I have been busy, guys. I've been taking fast cap. Is it fast? Yes, fast cap. This is the last week, so I've been like Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11, like it's in the middle of the morning, but it's been great. I've been enjoying that. And I started to get busy with transactions this week. Tomorrow I have a closing. I have a rental listing in my community, which is a first. I said, hi, someone contacted me and I said, how did you get my number? He said, your HOA gave it to me. I'm like, my HOA? Like, how? And I'm like, yeah, I found you on their website. You're the only agent listed there. I'm like, amazing. So I'm gonna put his house for rent. And then I was able to find a house. It was like a mission impossible mission, a mission impossible, because this person did not qualify at all. And she had to be out of her house as a rental on the 28th. And seriously, this was like a huge, huge win and miracle. I mean, the dollar amount is almost nothing. I mean, it's very minimal, but sometimes it's about helping people, helping a family. This was a single mom with 3 kids that couldn't get a place and needed to be out of her house. Anyway, it's a huge, huge victory for me. And then I wanted to share a quick story. I was in a store where they sell, I realized they sell appliances that are new, and they're damaged, right? They have like a scratch or a ding, but they are selling them for almost half the price, and just because, they're a little damaged. So I thought of my clients who rent homes. Sometimes people don't have the money for like the first month of rent plus the first month deposit, and then on top of that get a new washer, dryer, and fridge. So I thought, oh my gosh, this might be good for investors, right? That they want new appliances that are working. And anyway, so I told the lady who was at the register, I said, hi, I'm curious about your appliances. I think they will be great for my rental clients, because sometimes they buy them on marketplace, and they break down, 2 months later. And anyway, I gave her my card. I said, I'm a realtor if you ever need anything. And yeah, so then 2 days later, the owner of the store calls me, and I guess the lady gave her my card, my business card. And then he said, yeah, I'm the owner of the store. And he wanted to sell me, right? He wanted to say, yes, I can give you deals for your investors and your rentals and this and that. And so I'm like, yeah, great. That will be nice. Trying to add value, right, to our clients. And then I said, hey, but hey, if I am a realtor, I do, sales, buyers, renters. I also do investors. If you're ever interested, I can also find you a great place. And he's like, oh, in fact, my dad is actually an investor, and he just moved and he's interested. And so after he was trying to sell me, I ended up selling him, and we
Closed or
got,
be closed.
huh?
Closed or be closed. That's what we call
Uh-huh.
it.
And then so yeah, and the conversation started right when he like was finishing the phone call. And so we made an appointment. I said, have you ever consider investing in this and that. And I just started to give him information on some places that I think it's worth the investment. So we made an appointment. He brought the dad and the mom, and they all came. And so now I showed them the community. They're interested, and he's like, "Yeah, we might not just buy one, but multiple homes here." And so that was like, the power of a business card. Sometimes we feel like, yeah, nobody needs paper, like cards anymore. Everything is digital, but I mean, and these are the free business cards that I got from the welcome package. And I was like, man, it was worth. And all this is like, I started to be more um, aware of wherever we go, we should take the opportunity, to have conversations about real estate, even if it's just, just walking around, shopping around, whatever. They still work, guys. Business cards still work, and they can turn into transactions. Hopefully, I get some deals here, but just wanted to share that with you.
Thank you, Yoshi. Well, I'm looking for a freezer for the office because for the Wii barbecues, I need to make my own ice instead of us buying ice all the time, and then
Yeah.
also like having other things. So maybe in the future we can find that discount.
All right.
If you haven't seen Yoshi's video or podcast with Christy from last week, it is amazing. Yoshi, you're an amazing person, and your story, you know, and just
Thank
to
you.
hear, all that, and just, just your perseverance and just making it work out, and so, and God's really blessed you, and we're blessed to have you.
Oh, thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Yoshi. Tianla Teresa Tong.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Again, we're so excited to be here. I know everyone's busy. I know I am busy, but I want to reserve this time to meet everyone Monday morning to huddle and to get excited for the week. Lots of things happening last week, and I finished my fast cap. So Yushi, you were there. I can't believe I didn't see you. There's so many people. I think the last session had like 280 some people on the call. We started at 2000, and we just, every week we lose some people. Every week we lost some people. The last session we had only 280 something. So I was there. So I'm very proud of myself for finishing the 6-week fast cap class. And then I signed a $5 million Plano commercial building for sale. So I just want to let everyone know. Right now I have 3 listings. One in Fort Worth. It's an auto shop, but it's dropped down. It started with 6 million. Now we dropped down to 5.2. And one commercial building in Plano at 5 million. And then a multi-family property in Irving. It was under contract for a while, but the buyer backed out. So right now we're back on the market. It's only 1.08, 12 units. So, Lucia, if you're still interested, let me know. I don't know if she's on the call. So I signed 3 listing agreements for residential, and literally all 3 will be on the market next week. So if you're looking for open houses, let me know. I need hands and bodies at the same time. And I was working with 2 different buyers, and we literally last week we sent in 5 different offers, and 3 of them didn't go through. Actually, we just executed one last night, and one we're still waiting this morning because it was multiple offer situation. Hopefully, we get it executed. So it's been a very, very busy week, but we still have to put our show together. So someone asked me, is there a talent show? There is. I have 6 or 7 talent performance already lined up. I hope we'll see more. So let me know if you have any talents or if you want to put something together for our Lunar New Year event. Thursday at lunchtime. See you there.
Yes, excited for that. And if you got some talent, talk to Teresa for that. So I know Peter. Peter, you got some talent. Andy, you flying in from Denver? All right. Anyone else? Marcella, I know you had your hand up earlier and you're with the baby. You want to say anything?
Hi, good morning, everyone. Yes, sorry, my camera's off. I'm running
No
around
worries.
with Samuel. But yes, I kind of wanted to share a small win that I had this weekend. I had a Facebook friend reach out to me and say like, hey, like I have my house up for sale. Would you mind sharing my listing? He was just like, I know that you have clients in my neighborhood, so I just wanted to see if you would be willing to share it. So I was like, okay, sure. Like, I'll go ahead and share it for you. And then like, I listed it on my, Facebook page. And then like I had someone else reach out and say like, hey, I'm interested. And then ended up going to the listing, and then they liked it, and it ended up working out. I got him the client, and now it's leased. But after the fact, this weekend he called me and like just wanted to let me know that he appreciated me like helping him and like getting the client, because he had it on the market for over 200 days. So he was like, I feel like the fact that you helped me and then this happened so quick. He was like, obviously we finished the deal and everything's closed already, but he was like, I'm looking for a house like in the upcoming months now, and I feel like you're gonna be our agent now, because we kind of felt like our agent didn't help us a lot, and you did in a matter of like 2 weeks. So yeah, I feel like that was a big win for me in my book. I just
Yes.
out from the bottom of my heart. He just wanted me to share some pictures on my Facebook, and we got a deal done. So yeah,
He
that
knows
was
you're active. He knows you're active. That's why he called you. Got to be
yeah,
active. Like people need to know that you're in business. People need to
yes,
know that you're in the real estate industry. People need to know that care. And so Marcel, congratulations on that and building that relationship and rapport with them. So it's good. And then
yes,
future referrals. Just one
yes,
little lease can turn into multiple sales. I mean, that's how it
yes.
goes.
Yeah, he was like, my
So
my mother-in-law's thinking about selling in Allen, so we'll let you know when she's ready. So I was like, awesome.
that's right.
Yep. Have a
That's
great
good.
weekend, everyone.
Not a
Thank
small
you.
win. That's a big win. All
Yeah,
wins are big. That's a big win. So
thank you.
congratulations. All right. I'm waiting for Andy. He might like unmute. No, okay, not today. All right. Well, please say anything else? That's it, right? Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna end the call. Wins for me. Oh, hi, Rashada.
Hi.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I got to win. It's my birthday. Woo-hoo. I made it to 50.
That's right.
I got a few deals going myself. I still have some listings. I hope I get a blessing like Yoshi to get my listing sold. One in McKinney and one in Fort Worth. And I'm looking for a banquet hall in the Bishop Arts District or somewhere near Fair Park. If anybody knows of a building, let me know. But I was just letting you know I made it to 50. Thank you, Daniel, for coming to my party and celebrating with me. I really appreciate it, Anna. And you guys have a blessed day.
Yep. And when we were like passing mics around, I just told like the whole I guess the everyone in the party that I was her fortune cookie.
That's right. You are. Thank you so much. You've been such a blessing to my life. I appreciate it.
That's right. Thank you.
Hey,
Francis.
good morning. So a few wins recently, just the result of consistent follow-up and staying in touch and being visible. I have 3 new buyer clients this weekend, 2 who have been talking about real estate and their deals coming up for months and months and months, and we're just, every time they had a question, or I'd just follow up occasionally and be like, hey, which one do you go have coffee? I invited them to a fun jazz event on May. And then that turned into business with both of them at the same cafe at the same time. Coincidentally, I'd scheduled to meet one of them and the other one showed up at the cafe then. And it turned into like, all right, let's do business. So I felt like I was winning this weekend. And some buyer clients who had been talking about buying 6 months from now came out and said, hey, we want to go look at this house this weekend right now. And I was like, okay, let's go now and do it. So 2026 is going to be a great year.
Yes, it is. It is. Thank you, Francis. All right. Who else hopped on? Katie just hopped on. So if no more announcements, no more sharing wins, I'm gonna kind of end it here with my wins was able to help Rashada and see her family and take pictures for that and support. And my daughter was performing at the Grandscape this yesterday, and I didn't know her outfit because she's been working hard. My wife been taking her dance school. It's a lot of work. She did really great, and just with Chinese outfit, her bun and all that. It just like, oh, my heart. And then I had my camera, so was able to get some cool shots and just capture those moments. And it was worth it. And seeing Calvin's daughter up there too, and another friend's daughter, Lily's daughter, is up there, and you're able to take some pictures for them and send that out of the way. Sam, yes.
Just a quick 1 minute update on wins. We have a buy closing hopefully the first week in March, and then while onboarding an immigration attorney, he has a small brokerage, so we're in the process of bringing him over. And on top of that, we're gonna be reviewing his there's basically 3 properties that he needs to put back on the market. So one is a 2-family, fully renovated, 5 bedrooms on the second and third floor, and then also 5 bedrooms on the first floor and basement, all updated. Right now it's off market, but that's probably going to go on the market. The last appraisal was 1.8 million. So let's see where we are. And then he's also wanted to renovate one of his other properties to convert it from a single family into a 2-family. So I'm working with him on the financing piece on that as well. So that is the win. And then I also followed with another team member with actually a fellow EXP agent, and figure out if we can work together. The bigger picture is I'm a double agent in real estate and lending. I think I enjoy agent attraction, but for him, he can do the production piece, and he's been with us as long as I have, but he struggled with agent attraction. So I'm gonna partner with him, and then I'll bring in the deals, and I'll just split 50-50 for the listing. He runs the listings and the production piece, and I'll help him go through his database and do agent attraction. So and he's been in the round since as long as I have, since 2018. So that's the win that I have for the new year. And last week we did the event at Tom's in Southborough. So that's how we kind of reconnected. I've been chasing him, but then again, sometime when you have face to face, it makes it connects it a lot better. So definitely looking forward for you guys to come to the 2 foot snow. And when you do, then you're gonna run back to Texas and kill it, because you're like, damn, we're probably a week or 2 week back because of the snow, but you guys don't have the amount of snow that we have here. So push and then keep on winning. I love coming on Mondays to hear all the wins. It gets me motivated to do more from my side. So let me go ahead and shut up and send it back to Daniel.
All right. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. Trina's the last one, and then I'll end the call.
Okay, hi. Thanks. Thank you, Daniel. Good morning, everyone. But I got my first revenue share check. I completely
Congrats.
forgot. Yeah, I mean, I didn't forget I got it, but I forgot to share the win. I haven't sold the home yet, but I got a revenue share check. So build.
The power, right? That's
Yes.
right. I mean, that's the power of owning a business, right? You get to build here, you get to do more than just transactional. You get to help people, right? So that's the power. I mean, like every month, it comes in, and I'm proud of all the hard work everyone does because you guys are in real estate, but you also need to build. Like the power of building, like what Paul says, it is your business to grow. If you want to help more people in real estate, help people in your colleagues, right? Francis, I talked to Francis almost probably 4.5 years ago, a little bit, right? And now she's in EXP, and we're working together now, and just build. So really, I mean, I can go on and on, but you have to want it. And if you want to build something, a legacy for you, your family, Paul and I, Brandon, TC, Teresa, Peter, Judy, Andy also, got his first one finally after what, 3 years together, you know, and then even Isaac brought in Katie, Rashada. let's sit down. Because I'm going to start doing these calls. Paul and I and other leaders are going to start doing calls for you guys to understand the power of building, you know. And it's for me, like I said, my focus is not rev share. My focus is building a community so I can pass this community to my children. Because you guys have children, they're all going to get connected together. If you understand the power of having a strong network, like we're even in our business, we're trying to build up our business network. Imagine if that is able to pass down to our kids. That is worth more than any rev share. But you have to want to. You have to want it. You have to show up. We're consistently 20, 30 people on this call. We need our other partners that you have brought on to get on this call. When we start doing our Zoom calls that I'm going to be building with you guys, I'm really going to, because my time is, how you say it. Someone told me the other day that, I have to, how do you say it? My time is valuable, right? If you put the time amount of time we spend in a day, you put an amount there, like what am I doing? So I really need to focus on, because my focus is growth. Like I dedicated 2 years ago for growth and growth of supporting you guys, right? But also growth for building a network of people. I talked to Ella today. We had a 20-minute call and just shared like, hey, you know what? If you have people in the Philippines, don't wait for EXP to go to the Philippines. Let's go find people in the Philippines that do recruiting calls all day long, recruiting agents for other team members in EXP or other companies. Why we can help them build a team in EXP through a different route if they want to listen to me. And if you do, guess what, Ella? You're going to be a part of that, right? But you have to want it, right? And I share the structure, how it works, and you can see the light bulb clicking in. It's like, oh, I'll get rev share. Like, yes, you would get rev share, just like Trina did. You don't have to do transactions. You can build a business here, but you have to want to. So, other wins is just celebrating the Lunar New Year's. My father's going to turn 90 March 7th. Um, Mom, we were sending out the invites to their friends and things like that, and old church friends. I haven't opened it up to We Partners yet, but if you know my family or want to be there and want to support, and just let me know. I'm not gonna blast it out because my wife was like, "You can't invite everyone." But but I know my dad. My dad would want everyone there. But at the same time, is I have to respect my mom too. So, but if you do know my family or want to be a part of that and just celebrate and just be there for me to support me as well, I don't mind. Just let me know, and I would love to have you guys there. So, anyways, I will stay on for another 15 minutes. So after this call, I'll be here. If we'll stop the live stream and we will go from there. So you guys, if you need to get off, get off. If you want to chat, well, I'm here.